All right, so next I'm really excited to introduce my husband, my other half. As you guys heard earlier, he's originally from Israel. English is his third language. I say this not to downplay anything that he does, but if he can make cold calls, so can you, right? He's lived in the U.S. for 15 years. He's run a multi-million-dollar investment portfolio. He's flipped hundreds and hundreds of homes. He has sold how many houses?
0.
0 houses. And you guys already learned a little bit about him earlier. But in a year and a half, he's already in the top 1% of EXP influencers. You know the slide I showed you guys earlier, the 10 by 10? He's already got almost 200 agents, no, over 200 agents a part of his organization in a year and a half. Let's give it up for Hamudi.
You guys, before I said the call is not working. I don't know how to do it. And by the way, that's my first time on stage. I'm so nervous, but I will do it anyway.
You're doing good.
But I believe, if you don't recruit agents, I believe these two things happen. You don't make enough calls, or you make a lot of calls, but you don't deliver the right information.
Do you guys agree for this?
Yes.
I get a lot of calls, people that try to recruit me, and they start talking, oh yeah, we have a stock and we have revenue share. I say, hey, can you tell me what the stock symbol they have? He said, I don't know, let me Google it. And he's talking with somebody that have 1,200 agents. This means he lost the opportunity because he does not have the right information, all right? This means or you don't make a lot of calls or you don't deliver the right information. And one time we are in dinner with Gene, and usually we like to go smoke cigar outside after dinner, me and Gene. And I asked him a question and said, hey, what's the damn secret? How you get that many agents? He said, there's no secret, seriously. I said, no, really, you have a secret. How you get that many agents? He said, just make the call. He said, just make the call. And honestly, I don't study this in college, how to make the calls. I just Google it, how you make cold call. And I come up with these 4 things. I make a list. I make a list of everyone I want to work with, everyone I want to know. I write their name, I write their phone number, where they're from. I have a list of people. Also you can through your phone. I guarantee you, if you go through your contacts, your phone, screw it all the way down, you will find out you have 3, 4, 5,000 people in your phone. People, And I guarantee you don't call everyone. I make a list. I get the list from Facebook, Instagram. I ask my mom, hey, do you know a real estate agent? I ask my friends. I ask my Uber. I write a list. That's the first thing. The second thing I do the search. It's very important to know who you're talking with. Example, if I have in my list, I'm going to talk to William Mahan today. Guys, I go to Facebook, I go to Instagram. Most of the time when you look at Facebook, you can tell people's story in Facebook. They post a lot of things in Facebook. I do search about William. Who is this William Mahan? He's a top producer. He don't produce at all. He loves sport. He loves to fly. I will find whatever I can about this guy, before I make the call with him. Now, after I do the search, the third thing I do the compliment. When I jump on a call, first thing I introduce myself. Hey, William, this is Hamudi XP. How you doing? Great. Hey, we just got connected. I know you through Facebook. By the way, congratulations. I just saw you buy a new Cadillac. It's nothing about the EXP, right? People, they like to feel special. Now, what happened here, I break the ice. Because people, they don't like somebody calling, hey, come on, join this company or do this, because they get a lot of calls. Now, what happened is I switched it here when I told him, when I find out he just bought a new car, I told him, hey, congrats about your car. Now he stopped talking. He started talking about how much he loved his car. Now, we got in contact. Now, after he talking about his car, we start have a conversation. And I'll tell him, what's the reason I'm calling? I told him, hey, I see you are really successful. You're selling a lot of houses. That's awesome. That's great. But I would love to share with you an opportunity. Sure. And I told him, hey, I will send you the video. Would you have 9 minutes or whatever to watch it? And like Micah, she said, you come from that time, you send them the video. Hey, I can call you tomorrow at this time. After this, is do the invite. The invite, you have to be master in the invite. Don't try to do this by yourself. Like we heard here, a lot of people they're talking about like, hey, I don't do a lot of production. By the way, nobody asked me how many houses he sold this year. Nobody. I'm not even giving him an option to ask me how many houses he sold. Seriously, nobody. I just have a conversation. My mind is go, when I get the call, hey, I'm going to take over the school. And I try to invite him, just invite him, hey, William, I want to introduce you to Micah. I want to introduce you to Hamudi. Would you have time to have a call with him? Sure, we'll try to schedule the call. And this is really the first step I do all the time in my cold call. I'm not going to the call try to convince Tanika, hey, you should switch to EXP. I will never do this. I try to build a relationship, and it's not your job really to explain EXP through the phone. Because honestly, it's going to be boring. If you don't know anything about EXP and somebody can tell, hey, we have a revenue share, we have a stock, we have the... I never heard about it. What does this mean? You need to try to listen as much as you can from these agents. Because I'm with EXP, honestly, because the revenue share and the stock. Not about production. I never sold the houses before, right? But William, his goal is to be a #1 agent in his area. This means revenue share is not a big deal for him. A stock is not going to be a big deal for him. This means I try to find out what he wants for his business. If he needs to grow his business, all right, I share with him the system. How we're working, how you can expand your business. Now, if he looking to add, hey, man, I like the revenue share. After I watch the video, I focus on the revenue share. The stock. And this is really how I do it. This means, in the end is coming up, how many calls you gonna make a day? Now, how many calls you guys make a day? Let me see numbers.
Wow. Are we in the right room or what?
Sure hope so.
Really, how many calls you guys do a day?
Attraction calls?
Yeah.
Attraction.
Zero.
So how many of you come to us and say you're working on your agent attraction? Are you really working on it?
But I mean, really, why is the reason you don't make calls? Are you too good for it or what?
I've got my list now, I've been waiting to do it the right way.
No
The
confidence.
ones I've done so far hadn't worked, so I'm.
This means the first thing, we got the knowledge. We already know how to explain EXP now, correct? Are you guys all know how to explain EXP now?
Yeah.
All right. When you get to the call, seriously, you do not have to explain EXP. That's not your job. Just say a few nuggets to make them interesting. To watch the camera. This means this is going to change, right? We're going to start making calls.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like no energy here. What
Are we
happened?
gonna make some calls?
I mean, guys, what other? Do you guys have any question? How to make? Go ahead.
Can you share those nuggets the way you talk about them in your brief conversation? You said share 2 or 3 nuggets about EXP, and then
Yeah.
how do you kind of say it?
Yeah, absolutely. Like William, when I have a conversation, he said I do like 40, 50, 60 transactions a year. I know with somebody that production, he can become an icon. I would ask him simply, hey, do you know you can be an icon with EXP? I don't tell him what is an icon, just I mention it to him. Now he's going to start asking, oh, what is an icon? And if somebody said about like, hey, yeah, I mean, when you start have a conversation and said, yeah, I've been with Keller Williams for 6 years. I have a profit share, $200, whatever. I bring 10 agents. I said, man, do you know what this 10 agent can bring you with the EXP? But I don't say number. I just make him think about how much money you can get with 10 agents with EXP. Now, if they want to know more details, I don't not do it on the phone. I'll try to schedule a call,
Zoom call.
Zoom call.
Or meet in person if you can.
Absolutely. Sometimes people that be driving, what I'm asking, say, hey, listen, I know it's not a good time. Let's do it next time. Because I don't want to explain EXP you are driving or you with your kids or whatsoever. I want to do it like one-on-one you have full focus about. Any more question to make calls?
So how long are you on the phone with them? Like about 5 minutes or so? You make it really quick.
I mean, it's depend. Some people they like to talk, some people they don't. You know, some people like a minute, some people you take them like 10 minutes.
I just want to make a comment on something that you taught me maybe 2 or 3 months ago. I was telling you I was having a hard time having certain conversations with people, and you said just be the problem solver. You don't have to say anything. Be a problem solver. If you just talk to them, how's business? They're going to spill their guts. And it happened. I was literally sitting at a restaurant bar that I go to every day. And I do a lot of business there. People, I'm telling you, do a lot. But I did. I literally was sitting next to a broker, and I'm close. I'm so close because I didn't say anything. Hey, honey, how are you? Gave you a hug. And he did. And I was able to solve every single issue that he has with his franchise company right now.
That's awesome. And
When you look at step 6 that you have on here, what does that
ask
say?
question and listen. And this is, listen guys, if I want to meet with an agent, it's not about me at this time.
I mean, imagine if we have a meeting now, sit down coffee, and I'm sit down for 30 minutes, keep talking how much money I'm making. Just shut up. It's not about me anymore. It's about you. It's about you, how I can help you to get there. You know, it's really important to listen. The more you listen, the more, because
You start figuring out
what problem they have. Nobody's coming to sit down with you and they're going to start talking about their problem. You have to open the door for them. You sit down, hey, what is missing in your business? Let them talk.
If I can add one thing to that, if you have number 2, remember you have a human on the other end. We make decisions off of emotion. We're not making decisions on EXP to join EXP because of numbers, because let's be real, EXP is not the cheapest brokerage out there, right?
Right.
We're joining EXP for 2 things, because of our relationships and opportunity. So it's not, there's 100% brokerages, but I'm not going to 100% brokerage. I'm going to where my family is, and I'm going to where the opportunity is.
So mean here we have step 1 is work past your fear. This means I'm a type of guy, I be walking, and Micah, she came to me, she said, hey, do you know this guy is the #1 Remax in the world? What do you guys do?
I was still looking him up on Instagram, and he was already talking to him.
She's still looking at Instagram to make sure this is the guy. You know what I did? I just went, hey, how you doing, man? I heard you are #1 Remax, right? And we start having a conversation. That's me. That's what I do. I don't have a feel like you go talk to anybody. You know, but I have to learn how to do this. You know. Second step, remember, like I said, the third step, use the icebreaker. Remember, when you talk to somebody, when you do the search, it's help smooth the conversation. Remember, I don't know who's been on Friday call a couple of months ago. I did 2 calls, live calls, correct? And one of the agents, he just bought a new Cadillac. And the minute I mentioned, hey, how's your Cadillac? And he's don't shut up. He just keep talking about his car. Now I give him the option, he start talking. You know, but if I go to him, hey, say, come on to EXP, and maybe he's in bad mood, or he have a closing, or whatsoever, he will not talk to me. But because I mentioned his car, I break the ice, he start talking. Now be friendly in the phone, don't be jerk. You know, if somebody cuss you out, say thank you, be the better person. You know, because I believe if I go talk to JB today and she's in bad mood, she's whatever reason, you know, make sure to keep your relationship, it's good. Be friendly, because if she decide next month or 2 months or a year, join the EXP, you're the one she's going to call. So I mean, if you miss the opportunity today, don't miss it in 6 months from now. Use a script. Some of you guys use script. I don't use script. It's just coming naturally from my head. Just, I don't know. I guess I'm gifted. But if you don't have this issue, you use a script. What are you going to talk about? You know, and just be straight to the point. Number 6, we said, ask a question. Really ask a lot of questions and just be a listener. Just be listening to their problem. The more you listen, will make the conversation, it's way easier. Do you remember your conversation, JB? We have a conversation, I ask a lot of questions. Kristen, I have a lot of questions. Edrich, I have a lot of questions. Jason, we have a lot of questions, all on the phone. Now, what is your next step? One more information. Now, when people, they need information, make sure you deliver the information. Don't forget. When you promise someone, hey, I will send you the video today, make sure you send them the video. That will show if you are really serious or not. Sometimes people, they want to test you, see if this is the right person I want to partner with or not. Deliver the information. You know, especially also in the follow-up, like Mike she mentioned. You know, follow-up does not mean calling Sarah every week, hey, why you don't come to EXP yet? Why you don't come to EXP yet? She will stop response to you. The way I follow up is, you know, that's it. I already deliver the information to Sarah about EXP. Now the way I follow up, we just have an event and I'll share messages later, you know, and a lot of people said EXP, they don't have a top producer. And we have one of my friends, he just joined EXP and they're doing over $600 million a year in production. Now I call my other friends in California. I just send him a picture, the name of the agent, and how much production do, 600 million. And he responds back, he said, man, I want to get there. I opened the conversation again. Sometimes I send a picture of the stock. You know, I don't have to call you again, come to EXP. I send you a picture about stock, about somebody's big come to EXP. I have one agent in California a month ago. You know, I've been talking to her for a year, and she's not ready to switch yet. And I heard somebody big time with Keller William, he just moved to EXP. I take a screenshot in the picture and just send it to her. She said, I'm moving in December. I said, well, let's chat. You know, that's the way I do the follow-up. Adjust your expectation. Don't go to the call to try to close him to come to EXP. Palming about EXP. You know, just keep it simple, keep it friendly, just sharing with them the opportunity. Don't palm about EXP. 9, ask about the other appointment. I mean, if they're busy today, make sure follow up. Hey, let's do it tomorrow. Before you close the call, you know, don't say, hey, I'll follow up with you next week. Doesn't work this way. You know, if I'm in the call with Jason right now, he's busy, he's there, Jason, can we call Monday? Sure, 9 o'clock is work for you? Sure, I'll call you Monday at 9 o'clock. That's how I close my calls. Keep it a good record and follow up. Always. I mean, whatever information they need, just give it a good record with the follow-up. People, they like to test you how you follow up. You don't call JP today, and you don't follow up with 6 months. And you just find out you went under someone else. It's on you. That's what I follow up. That's how the way I make my calls. Do you guys have any more question for me?
Do you leave voicemails?
No.
And he doesn't answer texts.
And I don't answer text or email. That's the way I do it. I like it this way. You know, if you need something, you call me.
Let's give him a round of applause.